Imagine 400 police officers barging into your house to stop a Bible study. On 24 September, in China, 70 Christians who were unarmed and worshiping were raided by police officers, and nobody is talking about it. Hey, I'm Daniel, and I report on Christian news that big media is too scared to cover. In a coordinated sweep, officers arrested Christians from their homes and from their workspaces. The Christians were then interrogated and asked about what contributions, what tithes and worship offerings they gave to their church. What is a house church? A house church is just any gathering at someone's house where they decided to worship the Lord. China has strict laws and regulations about where you're allowed to worship. If you want to learn more about that, check out my last video. At least 20 individuals have been fined, and the reason for that fine cites illegal church fundraising.
We go to China from time to time. We train leaders. And this time we brought up 22 leaders from the Hunan province, and they were all 22 of them. And I looked around and I said, now, if we get caught, what will happen to me? They said, oh, you'll get deported in 24 hours and we'll go to prison for 3 years. I said, you're kidding. How many of you have been in prison for your faith? Out of 22, 18 raised their hands.
These Christians were unarmed, yet the operation reportedly involved up to 400 police officers and 200 vehicles. Over 80 house church groups have reportedly ceased meeting as a result due to fear. This crackdown is part of a larger pattern. China is tightening control over all religious groups, including the state-sanctioned ones, via surveillance, registration requirements, and financial regulations. China is literally treating house churches like we would treat the cartel. 2 Timothy 1:7 reminds us that the spirit of fear and anxiety is not of God, but instead he's given us a spirit of power and self-control. So let's stand firm. Stand firm for the ones that can no longer stand for themselves. God bless. Amen.